Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope that you guys are doing amazing. Okay, I know it's really early. It's 10:45. I don't go live this early, but here I am. Hope everybody's doing amazing. We're going to talk about an important topic. I'm waiting on more people to come on, but we're talking about an important topic today. Okay, hey ladies, as you're coming in, please like the video. Yes, please like the video. If you're new to watching me live, hi and welcome. If you're new, would love to know if you're new, you're watching me live for the first time, okay? So we're talking about heavy bleeding today. Hey, everybody coming in. Happy Sunday, ladies. Happy Sunday. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't say the amount of people that's in. And if you're in, please like the video. Okay, there we go. I was like, what's going on? But yes, hey, everyone. Hey. Okay, so yeah, let's get the likes up. We're talking about heavy bleeding today. We got to talk about heavy bleeding, heavy menstrual bleeding, okay? So if you are dealing with that right now, if you're dealing with heavy menstrual cycles, if you have heavy cycles, if you've ever had heavy menstrual cycles, you need to be here. If you know somebody that does, please tag them. If you bleed for more than 4 days, okay, in a month, you need to be here, okay? If you have experienced cramps or all of these issues before your cycle and during your cycle, cramps, PMS, breast tenderness, you need to be on this live, okay? If you bleeding heavily, I don't care if it's for 1 hour, okay? Or if you have heavy cycle, Sasha should go to. Thank you, Jessica, thank you. Please let them know you need to be in here, okay? Tag a friend that has heavy bleeding. If you're a guy, please tag a woman in your life that you know bleeds heavily or just has really horrible cycles, okay? So, hey, everybody coming in. Hope that you guys are doing amazing on this beautiful Sunday, okay? Yes, exactly. Yes, hope that you guys are doing amazing. Okay, so in case you guys are new, hi and welcome. If you're new, if you're watching me live for the first time, hi and welcome. My name is Sasha. I'm a holistic womb specialist, and what I do is I help women who have fibroids, who have heavy bleeding, who are dealing with fertility issues, who are dealing with PCOS, endometriosis. I help them get to the root cause of their problem, so that they can heal from the root. They can heal heavy bleeding from the root. They can really get to the root cause of what's going on in their body. Because if you have any of these reproductive health issues, from heavy bleeding to fibroids to PCOS, best believe there's a root cause. And one of those root causes, right, is hormonal. Okay, it's hormonal. If you're dealing with heavy bleeding, I want you guys to listen to me. You're dealing with hormones that are out of balance. I know nobody's probably never told you that before, but I'm telling you that right now. If you're dealing with heavy bleeding, you're dealing with hormones that are completely out of balance. You're dealing with a gut health that's, again, a digestive system that's backed up, okay? So, and many other things possibly going on in the body depending on what you're going through, right? So, we're going to talk about that today, what it means to bleed heavily. Thank you so much for following me. Yes, if you love topics, if you love holistic healing, topics centered, we talk about fibroids. I talk about fibroids to help women heal fibroids, PCOS, hormonal imbalances, perimenopause, okay? You need to be here. If you're having any type of fertility challenges, you need to be following me. And I keep hearing about the TikTok ban. I keep hearing, thank you so much for the rose. Thank you. What about infertility? Yes, we talk about that too. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the rose. Imperfectly perfect. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that, okay? So you're dealing with any of those issues, you need to be here, okay? Thank you guys for the likes. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about heavy bleeding. What about absent period too? Yes, same thing. Okay, so this is perfect too. You're dealing with a hormonal imbalance. When you're having absent cycles, you're dealing with a hormonal imbalance. You're dealing with a digestive system that's backed up. You're dealing with a liver that's not filtering out toxins like it's supposed to, right? So I want you guys to understand this is a full body issue. Whenever you're dealing with an issue with your cycle, it is a full body issue. Your body's letting you know, listen, right? Your body's literally letting you know that, and our cycles, I always say this is our fifth vital sign, right? Our cycles are our fifth vital sign. So your body's letting you know, listen, just like if your blood pressure is too high, that something's up. You need to investigate this more. So I want you guys to be looking at your cycles that way. I don't want you guys to be having these heavy cycles and then just ignoring them. There's a reason why your cycles are heavy. We're dealing with a lot of toxicity in the body when we're dealing with heavy cycles, okay? So you're not supposed to hemorrhage. A lot of you guys are dealing with heavy cycles to the point where you're dealing with anemia. You're dealing with mineral deficiencies. You're dealing with cellular dehydration due to the amount of bleeding that your body's doing, okay? So that is never normal, and I never want you to normalize that, okay? So it's really important for you to understand that first and foremost. first and foremost. So I'm gonna answer questions in a bit. You guys can put your questions. I'm gonna answer them in a bit. Okay. Let me just get out the first at least few minutes to really educate. Okay. So let me just say this, right? Let me just say this. And first of all, before I even start, make sure that you're following me. Make sure that you click the link in my bio to join my email list. I'm gonna say that because they're issuing out a ban on TikTok. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna go through or not in the US. So make sure you're following me. Click the link in my bio to join my email list so you'll still have access to my lives and my content, okay? If you lose me on TikTok, I don't know if you'll be able to find me again, okay? So follow me on here. Go to the link in my bio, join my email list, okay? So, okay. We always have a troll, okay? And yeah, you can go to your doctor. And I always say this, listen, this is not advice for people that are still believing in Western medicine. This is for people that want to explore the holistic route. Possibly I'm sure women on this life has gone to their doctor. I'm sure women that's on this life have gone to their doctor, right? I'm sure. And they want to explore the holistic route. So there's no point of saying this. This is not random. First of all, there's always one person, okay? All right. So, but yes, go to your doctor, okay? Now, I will say this as well. So if you are against holistic healing, this is not the place for you. If you're against holistic healing, this is not the place for you. I will say that, okay? Let's get the likes up, ladies. Okay, so let's talk about heavy bleeding. Let's talk about what heavy bleeding means and what is going on in the body when you're dealing with heavy bleeding, okay? So if you're let's get the likes to 1,000, ladies. If you're on here, all you have to do to like the video is literally just tap on the screen. That's it. Tap on the screen to like the video. That's pretty much it. Okay? They will not do anything or check my fibroids. I definitely need help feeling better. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody actually with sense. I like people just come on here and just want to troll and just horrible, right? And I tell you, before you get advice from anybody, do some research on them, right? See what they're saying, see what resonates with you. This is why discernment and listening to your intuition is so important. I tell anybody that, right? If your intuition doesn't sit right with me, please don't be here, okay? So there's nothing. It's faking in the shower while you're cycle normal. No, it's never normal. It's never normal. Okay, so let's get the likes up. We want to get more women in here that actually care to listen to this message. Okay, so when you're dealing with heavy bleeding, listen. This number one means that your blood, like you're bleeding more than a few tablespoons a month. Did you know that you're not supposed to bleed more than a few tablespoons a month? I know that it shocks a lot of women when I say that. And I put out a video recently. This was not recently, probably like a few weeks ago, right? I had to put it out again. I'm gonna put it on my story so you guys can see. I put out a video where a doctor was showing you guys how much women are supposed to bleed and then how much women are actually bleeding, okay? And women were bleeding probably like 20 times the amount that they're supposed to due to the amount of toxins, right? Back then, they weren't 50 years ago or even 100 years ago, whatever. They weren't bleeding the amount that we're bleeding now. We have women who really think that having a whole 7-day cycle is normal. That is not normal. When women are supposed to have 2 to 3 day cycles, right? So we have to learn. We have to understand that as time goes on, they begin to normalize sickness more and more. They begin to normalize sickness more and more. So you have to be very careful. If you want to have a healthy body, if you want your hormones to be in balance, if you do not want to be like the collective who's literally sick and pretty much perishing, you got to do the work in order to get there, especially in the times that we live in now with all this processed foods, all this stress, all these environmental hormones. You cannot live the same average lifestyle, right, of people that are living now, pretty much, So you have to understand the difference between the lifestyles that we live now and the ones that we're supposed to live, that our bodies are made to live, if that makes sense, okay? I'm going to go more into that. Yes, I need help. I've reached and listened to my body, but need extra help, so I'm listening. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Is it Chris? They stopped my bleeding with IUD, and now I'm seeing that progesterone can make it worse. Absolutely. Progesterone will make it worse. Hey, Brittany. Not only progesterone, but also IUDs, ladies. Yes, IUD, you may feel fine while you have that birth control, but let me tell you, on the back end, it's doing harm to your body because it's flooding your body with synthetic hormones, right? It's not giving your body. You want to stop suppressing issues and actually address them. I said that in my live yesterday about perimenopause. We have been trained in this society to suppress. We have not been trained to address. We have to shift our mindset in order to be able to deal with these issues. So what does it mean when the body is dealing with heavy bleeding? This means that we're dealing with a hormonal imbalance. We're dealing with estrogen dominance, okay? Number one, that's estrogen dominance. Even if you have low estrogen, this is still estrogen dominance, because guess what? This means that there's an imbalance of progesterone and estrogen. That means that we're dealing with a major progesterone deficiency. Okay, and this is actually, progesterone is both hormones are important, but progesterone is extremely important, right? Even to our mood. So when you're dealing with a hormonal imbalance, when you're bleeding like this, right? When you're bleeding too much, this is even gonna deal with your mood. This is gonna make you feel fatigued. This is literally draining life force from your body. So it's really important that you understand that. It doesn't, even the copper IUD, and the copper IUD puts a lot. Also with they found a lot of women that use the copper IUD that had excess copper in their system. And again, whenever we're putting something foreign in your body that's unnatural, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna have side effects. A lot of women that have that use the copper IUD bleed very heavily. There's so many risk factors to that, right? And even like you don't want to just put something like that in your vagina. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, right? This does have a lot of risk. Right. So, and also too, you're causing your body to be off balance. Whenever we're putting a foreign object just in our body for months, years, however, it doesn't matter. Like, we have to understand that this is a foreign object in your body. Your body doesn't recognize it. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? And you feel like you're not going to have symptoms. Like, that's not going to create toxins in the body. We have to start thinking, more, a little deeper. And I know, thank you for the basketball cap. Hey, Janet. Hey, Janet. Good morning. Good morning. Hope that you guys are doing. I had the copper IUD. Yes. And they will try to push these issues on you. Yes. After I've been dealing with side effects. Thank you for sharing, China. And listen, because a lot of doctors will say, oh, this is not hormonal. It's not going to give you the side effects as the other things. That's not true. It's still gonna come with side effects. Whenever you put something in the body that's foreign, the body does not recognize, and you just literally keeping it there, it's not, like I said, it's just not gonna work out for you, okay? So we wanna address this issue. If we're dealing with heavy bleeding, there's a lot of toxicity in the body. We're dealing with a lot of toxins in the body, okay? So what does this mean? So as our body is trying to, we have elimination pathways in the body where our body, really tries to process and gets rid of toxins, right? So what does that mean? That means that our elimination pathways, our natural elimination pathways are blocked off. And now we have blood purging from the from the uterus, from the vagina, which we don't want, because again, we're losing nutrients, we're losing iron, we're losing even like the hydration when our body literally is purging blood like that. So if your liver is not able to filter out all the toxins, this is an issue. If your digestive system is blocked off, this is the issue, right? This is the issue. So it's really important. Just did a hair test. My body's full of toxicity. I'm trying to get rid of it. Yeah, we have to get rid of these toxins. I'm ready to have it pulled. Yes, definitely is. If you're watching this and you have an IUD, please get it taken out. I need to see how my body reacts to not having it in. That's another thing too. You want to make sure that you have a regimen before you take out your birth control. I'm going to say this to everybody. Have a regimen where you're actually rebalancing your hormones, because we don't want to shock the body at the same time, right? And the body starts reacting crazy, because you have to understand, like, your body's flooded with excess hormones, right? So we have to start slowly changing our diet and lifestyle, if that makes sense, right? Before you take it out. That's another thing I want to reiterate, because I help women as they go through the process of weaning themselves off birth control. Some women that's what have the pill or IUDs. Okay, I had a client who was literally had plenty of birth controls because she was bleeding every day for 2.5 years. 2.5 years, and they put her on every birth control, she went to so many doctors. That's why I don't understand what the lady that was on here earlier said, well, go to your doctor. This woman that was bleeding for 2.5 years went to about 5 or 6 doctors. Nobody could help her. Okay, 2.5 years. She came to me. She joined my program, my Detoxify Your Womb program. Within week 3 to 4, we took out the IUD. She had the IUD taken out. Okay, and she just, again, I would say about a week or 2 after that, as we were also, I helped her reset her cycle as well. I helped her, again, detoxify her body. Within week 3 to 4, the bleeding stopped. And I helped her reset her cycle, and her bleeding came back, I would say, about 6 weeks later. Her actual cycle came back and it was so much better. It was 3 to 4 days and no pain. She felt so much better. So imagine bleeding for 2.5 years and going to every doctor and not finding relief. Okay, this is what's going on with a lot of women, right? Besides, unfortunately, doctors are not there to heal you. They're there to diagnose. They're there to treat. They're there for surgery. They're there for to give you birth control and medications. When it comes to heavy bleeding, when it comes to reproductive health, they can't do much else. That's all they're limited to. They're not going to tell you, listen, change your diet and lifestyle. They're not going to tell you, listen, they're not going to help you with because if we're dealing with heavy bleeding, what does this also mean? This means that we're dealing with a lot of energetic things, because a lot of women hold a lot of, I would say, emotional garbage in the womb space, right? So we're suppressing a lot of emotions. We're suppressing a lot of, trauma. We're dealing with anxiety and depression. So that's another thing I help women with as well, because we have to also, too, as we're healing our physical body, we have to heal our emotional body as well, right? So that's another thing as well. When you're dealing with heavy bleeding, more than likely you're dealing with a lot of anxiety, depression. You're holding on to a lot of stuff as well. And you're holding on to that stuff on an energetic level in your womb, right? You're suppressing a lot of things that is just being buried in your womb, if that makes sense, okay? So hopefully I got a lot of comments, so we can go and read the comments. So if we're bleeding, listen, and how do you know you have a heavy cycle? How do you know you have a heavy cycle? If you cannot wear any color that you want during your cycle, because your cycle's not supposed to be heavy. If you can't wear any color that you want, if you feel like, I can't, if you're bleeding through your pads, okay? If you feel nervous about going outside, like going anywhere because you think you're bleeding too much, if you have to change your pad or tampon regular, like a lot, if you cannot literally go through the night without changing a pad, if you can go through a full, you have to wake up in the middle of the night to change your pad, that means that we're bleeding way too much. You're not supposed to be bleeding that much. Your body is not designed to bleed that much. If you need a blood transfusion or iron infusion due to every time you're on your cycle, or due to heavy bleeding, that definitely, or at all, that definitely means that you're bleeding too much. If you're anemic, that definitely means that you're bleeding way too much, okay? You're bleeding too much. Okay, okay. Yes, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm very deficient in iron. Yes, whenever you're dealing with iron, whenever you're dealing with heavy bleeding, more than likely you're going to be deficient in iron, and not even just iron. Lots of many minerals in the body, because your body is literally purging, right? And you're gonna also. This is why a lot of women feel drained and fatigued, right? On their cycle. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna be, most women are need a little bit more rest when they're on their cycles, but it's not supposed to be a drastic, you feel so fatigued and drained. Whenever it's drastic like that, then we definitely are dealing with mineral deficiencies, okay, and low iron. She's telling the truth. Thank you so much, China. Yes, I'm ready to change my diet and lifestyle just to feel better and comfortable. Absolutely, because who wants to suffer for the rest of their lives? I always say this. And I know personally, I've been there where I was literally purging out blood, and it's the worst feeling ever. You feel drained. You're literally draining your life force, because blood is life. You're draining your life force. Seriously, when you're purging, your body's literally deteriorating as you're there. Your body's literally deteriorating, because this affects this affects so much when you're losing blood like that. Okay, when you're losing blood like that, it literally, like I said, it causes a whole body deterioration after a while. And you continue to let it on, it gets worse and worse. I posted my before and after picture. If you go to my page, right, this is of me 12 years ago or more, and you'll see the difference. It's on my actual TikTok page. You'll see the difference. You see how pale I looked, and I say this paleness was from anemia. You see how lifeless I look, because a lot of you guys don't understand that you're looking that way when you have these issues. I just had my 9th baby. Body never liked the birth control. My bleeding each month is heavy, 10 days. Okay, so we definitely have to, mother of 9, we definitely have to get your body back in balance. When you have a baby, of course, your hormones are going to be, all over the place. But if we don't get it back in balance, what happens is that you're never going to see your period is always going to be heavy. And again, it can lead to worse health issues. I have a client who's a breastfeeding client now. She's been working with me since last August, since her baby was just a few months old. Her cycle came back after pregnancy. I would say about 7. She breastfeeds. Her cycle probably came back about 7 to 8 months after having the baby, and it was 3 days in light. And she says that she's never had a cycle like that. I said, because you're changing your diet and lifestyle. You're not supposed to have. People think that they're supposed to have these horrible periods after having a baby. That's not true. Not when your body's healthy. You're not supposed to. Just like a lot of us go into pregnancy already with hormonal imbalances, already with lots of toxins, right? And this is why it just gets worse and worse, and we have a horrible experience the whole way through. Postpartum and everything, right? So it's really important that you get your body healthy, so that I tell women before pregnancy, get to your optimum level of health. Seriously. And a lot of women are not doing that. They're going into pregnancy unhealthy. Okay. So I think that makes sense. And this is why I'm having this workshop in a couple of days. my estrol dominance hormonal balance 2-day workshop on Zoom at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because a lot of women are dealing with heavy bleeding. A lot of women are dealing with these issues, all these not only heavy bleeding, these long cycles that last more than 4 days. They're dealing with literally their life force being drained, cramps. They're dealing with breast tenderness, fibroids, adenomyosis. And they don't have to deal with it, and not understanding that, listen, one of the root causes is estrogen dominance. Even a lot of women are dealing with early menopause and you're getting menopausal symptoms. And right now, there's women that's getting perimenopausal symptoms in their late 20s that's going through this. This is how bad things have been now. That's why it's so important to get ahead of this stuff and to actually, when you start having these issues, or even before, to get your body in balance. So that's why I'm having this workshop, because I know that if you're dealing with estrogen dominance, this leads to so many other health issues. This is how women get fibroids. This is how women get, autoimmune disorders, MS. Yes, the MS comes from high estrogen. Okay, lupus, high estrogen. These, like I said, thyroid issues, high estrogen. So if you are dealing with any of that stuff, you need to be at that workshop, okay? And if you want more information on the workshop, the link is in my bio, but you need to be there. It's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're dealing with these issues, because we have to understand, how do we correct them, right? How do we correct them? For women that's on their journey to heal, to get rid of fibroids, you got to address that estrogen dominance. You got to get your hormones in balance, right? You have to understand what's really going on with your body when you're dealing with these issues. You cannot just continue to let them go on. Honestly, these doctors don't know. They try to tell me, give my grandmother dairy and meat. Thank you so much, Jessica. And Jessica, you see now your grandmother's doing so much better, right? Because you guys got one of my courses, my Restore Your Womb course, and she not only healed herself, she's healing her family members now. That's the beauty of healing yourself, right? You also, guess what? Now, when I heal myself, my whole family, my mother, my dad, they experience benefits from that. Because guess what? They understand, wait a minute, they thought I was crazy when I was, doing all this stuff at first, but then they see the difference that it had on me. They saw that I got rid of my fibroids naturally. They saw all this stuff that, they was like, wait a minute. They saw me lose weight. They saw me just, again, look alive, not deal with these crazy cycles. And they're like, okay, so what she's saying is true. So then they getting advice from me, and I'm helping them now with their diet, their lifestyle habits as well. So they're also too benefiting from your, not only the people after you, also the people that's coming after you benefit, but also the people that came before you benefit as well. When you heal yourself, you heal your lineage. Okay? When you heal yourself as a woman, you heal your lineage. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Yes, let's get the likes up. Yes, I had to wean myself off of Provera. Last cycle was much better. Thank you. Yes, Brittany. I know I still have to email you. Sorry, the last few days have been crazy busy. I've been preparing for this amazing workshop that's coming up. And you ladies that are coming, I'm so excited. I know Jessica's coming. I know there's probably a couple more ladies in here that have registered. Okay, the workshop is only $55, and you're going to get a lot of information for $55, okay? So if you are listening to this and you having this heavy bleeding, fibroids, perimenopause, if you're dealing with these issues, you don't have to suffer with all these symptoms. This is from a hormonal imbalance, from toxicity in the body. We have to get to the root cause before we can, we have to get to the root cause, and we have to address this before we can address everything else, okay? My twin girls just got their period early this year. They bleed so heavy. Is that normal? Zainab, no. And that's why this is why I love what I do, right? Because I can help moms help their daughters. No, it's never normal for children to bleed heavily, and it's never normal. And let me know the age of your twin girls, because guess what? 50 years ago, 100 years ago, women were getting their cycles. What was it? 14 through 17, right? But now we're having 8-year-olds with getting their cycles. You guys, that's not normal. That's estrogen dominance. We've passed that down to our daughters, even our sons. For example, men that had prostate issues, a lot of times their mother had estrogen dominance. That's why. So we're passing this down to our children. If we don't get ourselves straight, we pass these issues down to our children. That's why it's so important to get our bodies healthy. I just took Mirena out good a few weeks ago, and I feel so much better, but I need to prevent pregnancy. Miss 407, you want to track your ovulation. You want to track your ovulation. That's how we prevent pregnancy, right? Your fertility window. You have to understand your fertility window. We're going to talk about that in the workshop too. Ladies, we're going to talk more about that at the workshop coming up, the Estrol Dominance 2-day hormonal balance workshop. So make sure, if you guys haven't registered yet, make sure you register for that workshop. It's only $55. It's going to be on Wednesday, Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. So if you register, you get the Zoom details. I was diagnosed with PCOS 4 years ago. Sometimes I bleed heavy. Sometimes I go sick. Okay, so Imperfectly Perfect, 6 months without a period, we can reverse PCOS. PCOS can be reversible, but we have to repair that endocrine system. We have to deal with that inflammation in the body. Okay, it's a process. Okay, but we can get rid of PCOS. I've helped with being reverse PCOS. As a matter of fact, I helped one of my clients reverse PCOS and diabetes type 2. Okay, diabetes type and PCOS. Okay, and someone actually listened, but nothing after. What do you mean, Chris? Oh my God, yes, that's what I'm dealing with. Okay, hold on. I need the link. I would love to learn. China, the link is in my bio. If you forgot, ladies that are interested in the workshop, the 2-day workshop, upcoming estrogen dominance, 2-day hormonal balance workshop, the link is in my bio. So you can register in my bio. Make sure you guys I'm telling you, this workshop is gonna be absolutely amazing. Y'all need to be there if you're dealing with any of these issues. After having a baby, I've always had better periods. Okay, good, Queen, good. We don't ever want to have horrible periods before having a baby, after having, we want to have good periods our whole entire lives. That's the goal here. Over the suffering, so draining, need the lifestyle change. Yes, mother of 9, I want to see you at my workshop. Okay, you don't have to suffer. I'm telling you this right now. Okay, and you, as a mother, listen, we also have to think about our children, and this is for everybody, not just you, for our children coming before us. We don't want them going through these crazy cycles. We don't want them, because a lot of times our children are suffering early, much earlier than we did, because of how everything is now, because of the processed food, because of everything. Life is very stressful these days, okay? They're being born into this stressful world. And then we have to think about the processed foods, the lifestyle. These kids are having anxiety in elementary school these days. They're on anxiety pills in elementary school these days. We have to teach them early, even about self-care and things like that, and how to love themselves, right? Early. You have to, unless your kids are going to suffer. I'm telling you this right now, okay? And I'm doing this because I have a passion for the next generation, because I know that if we don't heal ourselves, we can't be of no use to the next generation. We just can't, okay? So, and these kids coming up are different than the kids back in the day. Listen, these kids now, Generation Alpha, Generation Z, they're not the type that I'm just gonna honor my parents or my grandparents just because. No, if you don't have any value to them, if you're not showing them the correct way to live, they don't have nothing for you. Kids are different these days. Back in the day, we honor our elders. It doesn't matter what they did, what they didn't do for us. But these days, these kids are not. We're going into the Aquarius age. It's different now. It's different now. So you listen. If you're not doing nothing for your kids to help your kids, listen. Okay. It's not like it was before, where people just honor their elders just because. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling everybody this right now. Okay. I used to need 3-hour naps during my cycle. Oh, wow. I felt so dead during it, like I got hit by a truck. Wow. I'm so happy, Jessica. Listen, I'm so happy that it's no longer your reality, because that definitely is not normal. And I was there as well, where I last 7 days. Okay. If we're having 7-day cycles, that needs to be a thing of the past. Yes, that's what I'm dealing with. Okay. That's not normal. If we're having cycles that are over 4 days, that's not normal. Over the okay. Facts. My mom and I are fully plant-based. Good. Had to nudge my grandmother, but she's doing it. Okay, good. Love that. In the workshop, you teach us. Yes, China, I teach you guys in the workshop. Absolutely. We go more into detail on the workshop. It's a 2-day workshop, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, 24th, 25th. Okay, the link is in my bio. Estrogen Dominance 2-day hormonal balance workshop. Okay. I'm interested in the meal plan. It's vegan, right? It's plant-based. Every meal plan I put out is always going to be plant-based. It's not going to have no animal products on it, because listen, if you have these reproductive health issues, you don't need to be eating anything that has a mother. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? That's because your digestive system, your liver is backed up. So we have to, if we want to heal, we cannot be eating things that's going to back our digestive system even more. It's going to put more and more toxins in the liver, okay? Hey, Ursula, what topics are you covering again? Do you mean today, or do you mean in the workshop? In the workshop, it's going to be about estrogen dominance, how to correct estrogen dominance, okay? Let me know which one you're talking about. How detrimental of caffeine and alcohol to female estrogen? Soup Lady, I'm happy that you asked this question. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Extremely detrimental. Alcohol on its own raises estrogen levels. I'm happy that you mentioned that. And the toxic estrogen levels, the ones that you don't want, because there's different types of estrogen, right? It raises bad estrogen levels in the body. You don't want to listen. If you having heavy bleeding, if you're having, same thing with caffeine puts your body in fight or flight mode. That you don't need that when you have these reproductive health issues. Both of them should be a thing of yesterday. If you're watching this and you have heavy bleeding, if you have fibroids, if you have a PCOS, if you have a horrible cramps and horrible pain during ovulation, all this stuff that's not normal, that indicates a hormonal imbalance, you need to let go of caffeine and alcohol. Listen, and say goodbye to it. Kiss it goodbye, okay? Or you're gonna continue to suffer. I need help. I'm from Guyana. Hi, welcome Stanford from Guyana. Make sure you're on my email list. Click the link in my bio. Join my email list, okay? I'm about to sacrifice to take the class. Listen, it's only $55. $55 of information that it will be valuable for a lifetime, okay? Ladies that are on here, you need to be in, if you're suffering, you need to be in that class. You need to be in that workshop, that 2-day workshop, Estrogen Dominance workshop, okay? Hi, I had messaged you on Facebook Messenger last week. Could you please check it? Yumi, what's your name on Facebook? I didn't see it. What's your name on Facebook? I'll find you. What's your name on Facebook? Yumi. Good day, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Pebbles. Happy Sunday. 28-day cycles here. I went vegan a few months ago, but I'm still having a hard time. Strum cords, what do you mean you're having a hard time? And when you say 28-day cycles, do you mean your cycle comes every 28 days or that it lasts for 28 days? Let me know. My period, hold on. My period switched up for the better this month. Good, my cycle was 5-day cycle and much lighter. Muffin, I'm happy. But we want to get it to less than 5 days. But that's good. That's progress here, okay? Let me know. Let us know what you did. Were you on the lies or, what did you do? I was able to shrink my fibers with that. Good, but I'm bleeding, with diet change, but I'm still bleeding profusely. Because Miss Marie, it's not only diet. It's not only diet, but I'm happy that you were able to shrink your fibers. But we have to do more than diet. It's lifestyle changes as well. Always say it's not only diet, okay? And always say, are you in the US, by the way? Since then, went vegan, the clots got a lot lighter. Good. And vegan, listen, I want everybody to listen. I'm not advocating for vegan. I'm advocating for a plant-based diet. I'm advocating for more fruits and vegetables in your diet, more plants in your diet, real foods over processed foods. Because a lot of vegan is processed. Let's be honest, okay? Is the caffeine in green tea bad? Yes, green tea is horrible. Throw it out. Get herbal tea. They have dandelion root tea, sarsaparilla root tea, all these amazing herbal teas. Green tea is trash. I don't know, they claim that gets rid of fibers. It does not. It does not. And most green tea has caffeine, so definitely we don't want to do green tea. I do decaf green tea. I wouldn't do it. I would throw it away and get you some herbal green tea. Get you some, like dandelion root has iron. Why are we not doing herbs? Why are we doing crap? Green tea is crap. I used to fall for that too, because back in the day, all the information that they have now, they didn't have all that stuff back in the day. So they used to say, oh, green tea is good for fibroids. And no, it wasn't. A lot of women are on green tea. Nothing has changed. Is black molasses good for anemia? I have to do research on that. I'm not 100% sure. Is it a herb? Is it natural? Wallacea, hopefully I'm saying it right. Sarsaparilla, yes, sarsaparilla is amazing. Love sarsaparilla root. It's an herb with probably the highest iron content. It's really good. But you ladies, if you're having issues with bleeding and iron issues, you want to get to the root cause of the problem, because we don't want to just put herbs on it, but we also want to address the gut. We also want to address the liver, support the liver, right? We're going to talk about this more in depth in the workshop next week. I was bleeding during ovulation. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Okay, that's a red flag. Anybody and clotting. Listen, I want everybody to listen to me, because I hear that a lot. If you're dealing with pain during ovulation, bleeding during ovulation, that is a red flag. And I want you to realize that's a red flag. That's estrogen dominance. That's a hormonal imbalance. Okay? Make sure that you're at that workshop. Okay? That's a hormonal imbalance. We have to address the gut, the liver. Okay? Very important. Very, very important. You're never supposed to bleed or be in pain during ovulation. During ovulation, you'll see the cervical mucus, right? You also, your basal temperature will get a little higher, right? You'll feel more energy. You're supposed to, you'll feel a higher libido. That's normal signs and symptoms of ovulation. Not bleeding, not pain, definitely not clotting, not spotting. None of that is normal during ovulation, okay? Hi, Riri, hibiscus tea. It's okay. It's okay. Makes sense. No quick fixes. Absolutely, Ursula. No quick fixes. Ursula, you asked me a question earlier. I want to make sure I answered it. I think you asked about whether I was covering these topics at the workshop, or did you mean what I was covering today? 7 days for me. Okay. 7 day cycle is never normal. That means that we're dealing with estrogen dominance, Riri. We're dealing with estrogen dominance. We're dealing with a hormonal imbalance. We're dealing with imbalances in the gut. 7-day cycle is never normal. And we're not supposed to spend and a lot of you guys that have these 7-day cycles is also very heavy, right? It's hemorrhaging at that point. We have to get the bleeding down, or we're going to continue with the all these deficiencies in the body. You don't want these deficiencies in the body, okay? So it's really important. You got to get to the root cause of the problem. We're going to do that. So if you're interested in checking out the workshop, we're going to do that in the workshop coming up in 3 days. It's a 2-day workshop, but you need to be there, okay? Listen, you should not spend a week out of the month bleeding. You should not. You shouldn't. That's too much. And ladies that are having ovulation problems, issues with ovulation, some of you guys are experiencing 2 to 3 weeks, which is half your life, of being in pain, of bleeding, of going through PMS, of going through mood disorders, of going through breast tenderness. You're spending literally half your life going through that. That is not a way to live. That is not a way to live. I'm telling you this right now. How do you know what caused those tumors? When it comes to fibroids, right? First of all, we're dealing with estrogen dominance. That's number one. Okay. Now, I do have to talk to you more to see, because I mean, a lot of women, for some women it's different, right? But for a lot of women, they got it during a stressful time in their life. They were probably more than likely dealing with estrogen dominance. More than likely you were dealing with cramps before you were diagnosed with fibroids. More than likely you were dealing with heavy bleeding and other symptoms, right? Showcasing you were dealing with hormonal imbalance. But most women don't understand the signs and symptoms. They think that this is normal. They think heavy bleeding is normal. They think bleeding for 7 days is normal. They think cramps is normal. They were told this by their doctor. And it set them up for bad health later on. And that's why they want you to have bad. That's why they tell you things are normal, right? So they can set you up for bad health later, and you get to rely on the big pharma for the rest of your life. That's how it works. If you don't understand that's how the Western medicine works in 2024, okay, maybe you should do some research, okay? They set you up. Western medicine is sick care. It's not health care. It's sick care, okay? So we want to understand that this is a hormonal issue, it's a full body issue when I'm dealing with fibroids. It means I wasn't taking care of my body. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't taking care of myself physically, emotionally, mentally. I just was not caring for myself. Okay? I feel, and I have a video, Yumi. If you go to my YouTube, I have a video on the common causes where I talk about it in length for about an hour or so. It's a 2-part video. That's how much, it's a long video. So go to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. You'll see a YouTube symbol. Click on that. You'll go to my YouTube channel and look for the root causes of fibroids, okay? For more information. Because it's going to take too long to go through all the root causes. I feel a little cramps during ovulation, but no bleeding. Okay. Brittany, has it gotten better, or has that always been a symptom for you? Yes, it's scary and annoying. Absolutely. Is it the same workshop I did in January? No, this one is a little bit different. This one is different. You did the one, you did the reset your hormones workshop, if I'm not mistaken. That one was more, a little bit more broad. We're talking about estrogen dominance, which women that have fibroids if you have any type of perimenopausal symptoms, you have it. If you have women that have heavy bleeding, definitely have it. Cramps, definitely have it. Pain during ovulation, definitely have it. So it's a little bit more focused, okay? If that makes sense. Is it organic or high in iron? It is organic and high in iron. Okay. If it's natural, if it's an herb, yes. Your live was confirmation for me. Okay, I'm happy, China. Make sure you're on our email list, and make sure you also check out the workshop as well. But it says that it could cause harm, but it has lead, because it has lead. Oh, no. I'm going to do some more research on it, on black molasses. Waletia, do not listen. No. Nothing. We want to do natural herbs, okay? We don't want to do things that are going to give your body side effects. We might as well be doing medication. If we want side effects, we just do medication. Medication gives you tons of side effects. We don't want side effects. Herbs don't give you side effects, right? That makes sense. So stick to things like dandelion root, sarsaparilla root, okay? Is eating ice a sign of something going on? Yes, soup lady, yes. Because guess what? I went through that for years. I can speak on eating ice. If you put ice in front of my face right now, don't listen. I'm like, ugh, I can't even imagine eating it. But baby, I was addicted to ice. I used to be at work and just have a whole huge thing of ice right there. They're like, what's that? What's that noise? I was just crunching ice all during my 8-hour shift. All the whole time. So I get it. That is a sign of iron deficiency. If you crave ice, if you chew ice, that is iron deficiency. That's iron deficiency. You're that's when I was if you go to my profile, you see the before and after picture. That's when I was extremely pale. I had no color. I was pale. I was literally so like bleeding so much. My life, I looked lifeless. I didn't see it at the time. I was like, what are people talking about? My dad used to look at me, you're so pale. I was like, what you talking about? Even with makeup on, pale. That's why I know when I look at a woman, I know what it looks like when people are low on iron. I know what that looks like. So that's why I love working with clients. It's another reason, because I can see from the way they look before to what they look like after working with me. And I'm like, wow, you got some color now. You're glowing now. Like I just posted one of my clients recently, today actually. You'll see it in my stories and also on my TikTok page. And she's glowing. She's looking beautiful. And I know what she was going through before and what she looked like before. So it's a huge difference, right? Listen, when you have nutrients in your body, you're not bleeding to half to death. Your body starts, like I said, you start to not only feel it, but you start looking more lively. You start looking more lively. Hopefully that makes sense. Fibroids. Riri, what about fibroids? Pica, yes, Ursula, it's called pica. Absolutely, that's the term for it. That is an iron deficiency. I was addicted too. I'm happy you're no longer addicted, Brittany. I would drive 25 minutes for bags of ice from Sonic. Oh my God, Angel. Woo! What ice did I love? I loved Chick-fil-A, their ice. I would probably drive, I would drive anywhere for my favorite type of ice. Everywhere I went, can I have a cup of ice? Can I have a cup of ice? Can I have a cup of ice? People thought I was crazy. And now it's like, you cannot put that stuff in front. I don't even like ice in my drinks. The only time I use ice is when I'm making smoothies. That's it. What do you think of them? Okay, so any supplement. First of all, supplements don't work with balancing hormones. That's number one. Lifestyle and diet changes do. What these supplements do, they target one hormone. Like them targets your estrogen. But listen, you have about 50 something hormones. And guess what? When you're having estrogen dominance, your other hormones are affected as well. Your cortisol levels, a lot of women with their insulin levels, thyroid issues, right? Your hormones work together. We want to address the issue and the root cause, not take supplements to suppress what's going on. So those supplements, no. I used to have pica as well. Yes, it is crazy. And some women have it so bad they actually crave cornstarch and weird things like that. Okay? Cornstarch, powders, things like it's even worse with them. So yes, it's mine used to be mint and ice chips. That's so random. Mint and toothpaste. What? Oh wow. I can't get enough. I'm going to get some iron. Yes. Okay. Listen. Yeah, you need to listen and get herbal iron. And listen, Soup Lady, you have to address the root cause first. You have to stop the blood loss, which means that we have to take care of that gut and rebalance that gut. Because if you're having anemia, it's a gut issue as well, and more than likely a hormonal issue as well. You're bleeding too much, right? You're bleeding too much. If you have anemia, you're bleeding too much. So we have to address these issues, okay? Check out my workshop, the Estradiol Dominance workshop. We're going to talk about that more so, address those more so there, okay? That's the Estradiol Dominance 2-day hormonal balance workshop. The link is in my bio for those that want to check it out. I can't even look at ice now. Absolutely, yes. I can't even look at it either. It's like, why? I'm disgusted when I think about how much ice I used to chew and just didn't care. I'm like, ew. Okay, I crushed so much ice, my dogs love the sound of the blender. That's hilarious. I walked in the dark and woods for menthols back then when I had oh my God, not the woods. Oh man, for menthols when I had pica. That's hilarious. I was eating edible chalk. Oh my, yeah. Listen, ladies, it gets that bad. That's what we have. These are deficiencies in the body. It gets that bad. That's how I be feeling. Yes, it gets really bad. Okay. Would milk thistle be good for your liver? Yeah, but you have to address, okay, herbs are good as you're addressing the root causes. If you're not addressing the root causes, the herbs are not going to do, they're not going to help much. They can't do much unless you're addressing the root causes. So if you're eating a bad diet and you're taking herbs, it can't do much. It's only so much you can do, right? You have to address the root cause, and you're only going to, even if you do experience some benefit, it's only going to be temporary. We were trying to get to the root cause and heal the issue so you can, again, improve the health of your body, improve the health of your liver, okay? Man, and hopefully that helps. Okay, so that explains that show, My Strange Addiction. Yes, it's all hormonal imbalances. Yes, Jessica, it's all hormonal imbalances. It's all gut health issues. Absolutely, absolutely. What's the best way to get mucus out of the body? Best way to get mucus out of the body is to open up the elimination pathways, which most women have them closed up, because if you're dealing with heavy bleeding, you're dealing with blocked elimination pathways, right? We want to get the body to the point where it's detoxifying itself every single day, increase hydration levels, okay? Very important. And as you're on your journey to get rid of fibroids, to rebalance your hormones, that's what the body's doing. Some of you guys may even experience like your body getting rid of like seeing your body getting rid of mucus. I've experienced that before, where I'm literally coughing up mucus, like, excess mucus that does not belong in my body while I was on a healing journey. Totally understand. We'll definitely look into the workshop. Great. That's correct. That's like people who eat sea moss but drink alcohol all day. Exactly. Listen, do you see those people experiencing any benefits, Ursula? That's like, I'm happy you said that. That's like people who eat sea moss but drink alcohol all day. It's a waste of time and effort. Okay? Waste of time and effort. People are delusional. They want a quick fix so bad. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. How do I revert fibroids from coming back after myomectomy? After a myomectomy, great question. Okay, first of all, you need to be in my workshop, Nana. You need to be in my workshop next week in a few days, because you have to, when you have a myomectomy, you have not addressed the root cause of fibroids. You didn't address it. You just cut into your body and caused trauma to your body, okay? So we have to explore that. Good question. This happens to me. We have to definitely, number one, get rid of toxins in the body, get rid of what caused the fibroids in the body. If you've been through a myomectomy and you didn't address the root cause, you have a lot of work to do. You gotta get to, number one, rebalance and restore hormonal health. Get rid of the toxins in your body, right? Rebalance those hormones, right? Very important. Heal the gut. Get the digestive system healthy. There's a lot of changes we have to make to avoid fibroids from coming back, okay? And also, too, we want to get on a journey where whatever, because listen, ladies, when they do myomectomies, when you're dealing with trauma to the womb, this does for most women. It does. Also, you're going to be dealing with uterine scarring. They may not tell you this, and I've had a literally OBGYN that have done these surgeries told me, like, literally sometimes after they have the surgery, it looks like a bomb went off in there. Yes. Okay? So you have to be very careful with these surgeries. Okay? You have to be very careful with these surgeries. So you want to get your uterus back into normal size. Also, that is sad. That made me sad. That's very sad. I had a client that had 2 myomectomies. She had all this scarring. Thank God. She worked with me for about 6 months. We got literally got rid of the uterine scarring naturally. All you can see literally is the imprints where they cut into her uterus. But at least we got rid of the uterine scarring, which is great. So her uterus looks amazing right now. And we got rid of 3 of her fibroids as well. Okay? So remember the lady I worked with had 4 myomectomies and they grew back? Yes, I remember that. Ursula. Listen, that's not abnormal. A lot of women are having repeat myomectomies like it's nothing, going like literally getting their body cut into like it's nothing, and it's sad. It's very sad. Okay, literally everyone I come across told me it grows back. It grows back. 99 and if it doesn't grow back, it will. What happened to one of my clients? It manifests into she had the surgery. It manifests into endometriosis. She got endometriosis like a year later because you still have that issue in your body. Agree. That's why I'm not doing the surgery, because it's not addressing the problem. Absolutely, it's not addressing the problem. It's not at all. Going grocery shopping tomorrow, so I'm going to get Whole Foods good, so I can start this journey good. And if you need help, China, with the grocery shopping, we do have, as a matter of fact, we do have a 21-day womb healing meal plan as well. Okay. So in case that if you're interested in that, I think it's only like $27. It's 21 days of womb healing meal plan. Send me an email or send me a message on here and I'll send you the link, because I don't think it's on my site. Okay. I have fibroids, but I'd rather go the holistic route. Absolutely, Ida, because you're addressing the real problem. You're addressing the root cause of the fibroids when you go the holistic route. before my next periods comes. Okay, yes, definitely, because that doctor, she had it. Listen, when she told me that, she had it rich. What are you talking about? The lady that had the 4 myomectomies? So you talk about the one that I said that she said that it was like a bomb went off after having these myomectomies. It's sad. 7-day periods, large clots, fibroids, and painful ovulation. Doctor wants a hysterectomy. No, I would not. Carmela, that's not addressing the root cause. I want to address everybody on here because I know that a lot of women have heard they need a hysterectomy. They're literally telling 20-year-olds to have hysterectomies these days, and some of them are. You never need a hysterectomy unless it's literally life or death, which for most women it's not. Okay, you want to heal your organs. We don't want to take out our organs. We need our organs. We do not want to take out our organs. We want to heal them. Okay, so if you take out your whole uterus now, well, guess what? You still have estrogen dominance. You still have the toxins in your body, and these issues can lead to things like breast cancer because you have estrogen receptors in your breast and your uterus, right? So you're not dealing with the root cause. You're just taking out your uterus, and you're exchanging one problem for a multitude of other problems. That's what literally is going on when you take out your uterus. Ask these ladies, what are they going through? Ask them what their health is like. They may say, oh yeah, I'm not dealing with heavy bleeding, but what about the other issues they're dealing with? What about the uterine prolapse? What about, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. How do you address the problem? How do you address what problem? Optimistic. Which problem are you talking about? Are you talking about fibroids? My first miscarriage, they pressured me to do a DNC. I'm so sorry, surgery. The second one, I was determined to go natural. Good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope that nobody on here has to experience that or just experience, having a miscarriage. Yeah, the one that had 4 myomectomies, it's way too much cutting. Yes. Okay. Yes. It's way too much cutting. So what did you say happened to her? You said her doctor was rich? Oh yeah, because of course. I mean, after you go through all those myomectomies, they're pushing you to have the myomectomies because that's incentives for the doctors. Of course. You're making the doctor, that's why they push for surgery. And hysterectomy, even better. Let's just take the whole uterus out. They're pushing for that, but they don't really care about you and your well-being. Honestly, don't do it. You can heal. Absolutely. How many clients have I had that had the same issues Carmela had? Heavy clots, 7-day cycles, fibroids, and got rid of them naturally. I had clients literally started working with me. Oh, let me just cancel this hysterectomy because I'm already feeling better. I already know, cancel their hysterectomy, cancel their myomectomy. Because listen, who wants to go through heavy surgery when they don't have to? And taking out your womb, my God, no. No, that is literally, I'm going to be honest with you. For women that just take out their uterus like that, that is I want to say the right words, I don't want to offend anybody. But that is it's really, I don't want to say this, not disgraceful, that's not the right word. That is not only traumatic to you as a woman, emotionally and physically, but it's also honestly, in a sense, you're as a woman, right? You're just taking out your uterus because they don't make men take out their penis. They don't make men it has to be dire for men to get rid of it. For women, even men that have prostate issues, most of the time they keep their parts, but the fact that they're undermining women like this, making them taking out their whole entire wombs, that lets you know something. Listen, there's a lot of sexism in medicine. They don't have a respect for the womb in medicine. So you are, in a sense, agreeing with them and on an energetic level as well. Not only agreeing with them, but also participating in that when you just take out your womb. No. And I get it. When we're desperate, when we want answers, when we want relief, we do desperate things. That's why it's not good to make decisions when you're desperate. Do the work to get to the root cause of the problem. That's my answer for you. Do not take out anybody on here listening, do not take out your womb. Let's heal. Absolutely. I definitely need to heal. We'll be eating a small portion. Hold on. We'll be eating a small portion of salmon for dinner. Will that impede the journey? You don't want to do seafood, soup lady. You don't want to do seafood. Now, if you want to do it this one time a little bit and that's it. But we don't want to do seafood with fibroids, okay? Fibroids. Optimistic. So if you want to get rid of fibroids naturally, I do have courses for that. Okay, but the first thing you want to do definitely is get rid of estrogen dominance, reverse your estrogen dominance for sure. But if you want the whole list of all the steps, right? My 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. It comes with not only the 12 steps you need to take when you're getting rid of your fibroids, it also comes with a bonus step. It also comes with how to get rid of heavy bleeding, how to cleanse the liver, how to cleanse your lymphatic system, because these things need to be cleansed when we have fibroids, okay? Also, what foods to avoid when you have reproductive issues, the list of foods you need to avoid. It also comes with a fibroid-friendly meal plan and a fibroid-friendly grocery shopping list as well. Okay, so it comes with all of that. And how to reverse anemia comes with that as well. So that full bundle course is amazing. There's a woman on here that literally her fibroid was 10 centimeters in December. And by March, she said she checked again, 1.55 centimeters in 3 months. I've literally had women who've taken the course and said by 2 weeks when their cycle came, it was so much better. That's how, that course is very powerful. Okay, so if you have fibroids, you haven't checked out that course, check it out. Okay, thank you. I won't do it. I'll take your class. Yes, please do. At least listen. We cannot give up on ourselves. You're worth it, right? To actually explore further before making a huge decision like that. You gotta do the natural way first. I've researched they get paid over $6,000 for that. Wow. The insurance companies get paid 3 times that amount, but that's crazy. Yeah, that's why they're pushing you to do hysterectomies. Thank you for letting me know, Ursula. That's why they're pushing hysterectomies and myomectomies. That's why. That's a great, listen, $6,000, that's the bonus. But the fact that they're putting, and they're in a system where they can't do much, right? They can't help much, but the fact that they're putting money over health, over people, it should never be you profiting at the expense of people's health. It should never be that. It shouldn't be that, okay? Doctors still need to get paid, I understand that, but they shouldn't put that over people's health. Our bodies are amazing and self-healing. Absolutely, with the right internal and external encouragement. Listen, thank you, Dana. Thank you. Your body is very powerful. A lot of you guys undermine the power that your body has. Your body is very powerful. Your womb is very powerful. It's the strongest organ in your body. Did you know that? Did you know that? It can't heal, but guess what? You got to provide the right internal and external environment for it to do so. Absolutely. The right internal and external environment for it to do so. Okay? So I love seafood. I know I used to love seafood too, but you know what? We got to love ourselves more. And also too, there's other, you have to understand, sometimes it's not the seafood that you love, it's the seasonings, right? So you can use those seasonings on other healthier options, if that makes sense, right? Because people have been making like all this vegan sea broil and all that stuff. It's the seasonings that we love, not really the seafood. And because of anesthesia, it ain't free either. Exactly, the anesthesia, exactly. And listen, if you don't have to be under anesthesia, listen, okay? Because that's a whole other devil, okay? But I love seafood. You can do it. You guys can do it. I miss crab legs. I'm dying. Why are you yelling? Am I yelling? I'm not yelling. But if I'm talking a lot, that means I'm passionate. But why are you on here? Blocked. Okay. Right, exactly. Goodbye. Why is a man on here asking me why am I yelling? I miss taco burgers, all that, but I wanna heal. Yes, absolutely. And you guys can make those things naturally. Like, you guys can make those things from scratch using better ingredients, honestly. It's really it's all in the seasonings. I'm telling you guys this right now. It's all in the seasonings, okay? So what are bad seasonings? Any seasoning that has salt. If we want to do seasonings, we want to do organic seasonings. And I'm going to give you an example. If it says cayenne pepper, red cayenne pepper, the ingredients should not be salt or other ingredients that we cannot pronounce. It should be natural ingredients, okay? So that's how we make sure that it's the right ingredients in these seasonings. Because be very careful too of the seasonings that you're getting. How to get your period back at 38? It's almost 3 years. That can be done. You more than likely have PCOS. I don't want to diagnose you, but more than likely that's PCOS, right? Or it could be it could be perimenopause, right? Which you can get out of. Because I told you guys yesterday, I have a whole live. I did a video on perimenopause. It's on YouTube. If you're not on my Facebook, it's on YouTube. It's called, my YouTube name is Sasha Rosa. If you go to the link in my bio, you'll be able to see it. I did a video yesterday. Okay, we're putting our body into perimenopause and menopause. We're not supposed to be in menopause. If I say the number, y'all gonna get upset. But we're not really supposed to be in menopause until like 60s and up. We're really not. Here's the thing. We're putting ourselves into early menopause, and I've helped women get out of having perimenopausal symptoms, get their periods back, okay? Get out of what they thought was menopause, okay? By getting their hormones in balance, getting rid of toxicity in the body. These issues that they've normalized is not normal. Perimenopause is not normal. Do you know they said perimenopause is supposed to happen for 10 years? So you're telling me 10 years of suffering is normal? No, we have to get our hormones in balance. PYT, I want to see you at the workshop, because that's workshop on Wednesday and Thursday. The Estradiol Dominance 2-day hormonal balance workshop. Even if you're in perimenopause, that's still estrogen dominance, because we're dealing with super low progesterone. We're dealing with an imbalance of estrogen. So you still dealing with estrogen dominance. Okay? Uh-oh. Hold on, what's going on? Okay, I gotta verify. Okay, after you've been on here for an hour, they make you verify. Okay, but that's pretty much it. Ladies, it's been about an hour. So, taco burgers, what's that? I make the tacos without meat. Okay, good, yes. Even you know what's really good? The grilled peppers. Making that, using that as meat, grilled peppers, or you can do if you have a food processor, put mushrooms in there and cut up some onions and season them really well. Oh my gosh, that's your taco meat right there. Boom. Because I love tacos too, okay? Now you're making me crave tacos. I'm about to make some raw vegan tacos today. I have a female peer that normalizes having a full beard. Oh no, that's not normal. That's PCOS, eating junk all day. I'm in disbelief. People love normalizing their toxic habits and their health issues. They love it because they want to feel like it's not normal. It's not normal. Is it too late for me to get pregnant again? History of RPL 42. 42 is not, no, definitely not too late. 18-month child, low AMH. Okay, I'm happy that you said that. Because I've helped women get their AMH levels. It's not too late for you, but you got to do the work now. It's not too late. Oh, I'm still raw. I'm on the 50th something day. I'm still raw. No, Leah, it's not too late for you. I want you to click the link in my bio, join my email list, and check out my 2-day workshop next week. It's not too late for you. And we're going to go more so into that. It's definitely not too late for you. And I said, even in, what did I say? I said this on Facebook. Women should be able to have children comfortably all up and through their 40s like it's nothing. I don't care if you're 41 or 48. Okay? If you're healthy, yes, you can. Okay? So it's no more cooked forever. Well, I'm trying 90 days first. And then we'll do high raw after that, more than likely. I may stay raw for a year. Well, who knows? Who knows? Because I love the health benefits, okay? I'm not saying y'all have to be raw vegan. This is my personal journey. I'm not saying it. Because people are going to be like, oh my God, we got to be raw vegan. No, I'm not saying that. Okay? Okay, thank you. All right, ladies. That's it. Hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Listen, you need to, if you're dealing with any of these issues, I want to see you at that workshop on Wednesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called my Estradiol Dominance 2-day hormonal balance workshop. It's only $55. You're going to get tons of information for only $55. If you have heavy bleeding, you need to be there. If you have any type of estrogen dominance issues, issues with your cycle, any reproductive health issues, if your issues getting pregnant, you need to be there. Okay? You need to be there. So click the link in my bio to register. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a good one. Make sure you're following me and have a good day. Bye, everyone.